Tonight here, the U.S. strikes on Iran and now this heated debate over the damage from those attacks. Tonight, the Pentagon with new details and the Defense Department also revealing they'd been studying this plan of a possible strike on Iran for 15 years, now saying those 30,000-pound bombs exploded exactly as planned. Tonight, President Trump now insisting Iran did not remove its enriched uranium, even though early intelligence indicated much of it might have been moved. While Iran's supreme leader tonight is saying the White House is exaggerating the damage at those nuclear sites. Here's Rachel Scott.
Tonight, the Trump administration dispatching the Secretary of Defense and the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff to pump up the president's claim that the U.S. strikes obliterated Iran's nuclear program. Secretary Pete Hegseth angrily dismissing an early Pentagon intelligence report that sources say indicates the attack only set back Iran's program a few months.
Anyone with two eyes, some ears, and a brain can recognize that kind of firepower with that specificity at that location and others is going to have a devastating effect.
Hegseth and Joint Chiefs Chairman General Dan Kane insisted recent intelligence assessments showed the sites were severely damaged, but offered no new evidence or intelligence to indicate Iran's nuclear program was in fact destroyed. Kane saying that's a question for America's spy agencies, instead offering new details about the intricate attack he says had been discussed and strategized for 15 years over the course of several administrations.
The weapons were built, tested, and loaded properly. 2, the weapons were released on speed and on parameters. 3, the weapons all guided to their intended targets and to their intended aim points.
The general adding the massive bunker buster bombs exploded exactly as planned.
We know that the trailing jets saw the first weapons function, and the pilots stated, quote, "This was the brightest explosion that I've ever seen. It literally looked like daylight."
The early intelligence report indicated Iran removed much of its stash of near weapons-grade uranium before the strike. Today, the president insisting that's not true, posting nothing was taken out of facility, would take too long, too dangerous, and very heavy and hard to move. And tonight, new questions about the president's claims that Iran and the U.S. would be meeting next week.
We're going to talk to them next week with Iran. We may sign an agreement. I don't know. To me, I don't think it's that necessary.
But today, the White House press secretary says there is no meeting on the books.
We don't have anything scheduled as of now.
What is the holdup here in trying to schedule it? Are you experiencing any resistance from the Iranians?
No, have some patience.
And today in Iran, the supreme leader sounding defiant in his first public statement since the attack, claiming the U.S. failed to achieve anything significant and adding Trump, quote, grossly exaggerated. Today, the head of the United Nations nuclear watchdog said Fordow, which is Iran's most important nuclear facility, suffered enormous damage and it was no longer operational, but they stopped short of saying that it has been completely obliterated, as President Trump has suggested. David.
Rachel Scott on this all week for us. Rachel, thank you.